Hello everybody! Welcome to 2025! I had a request to do a flip through of the Floriographic coloring book because there's another one coming out soon. There's 3 total, and I did not look up the names of them, but this one, I'm not sure if this is the second or the first actually either. Let me look in the back and see if there's... Nope, not. So my guess is this probably the first, because usually in Castle Point books they put a list of the other books in the back. So anyways, this is Floriographic, made by the same company as publisher as Mythographic. It's the same size as a Mythographic. Let me grab one and I'll show you. Here's the Mythographic. You can see it's like the exact same size. So is that this is Floriographic Secret Garden, and it's by Vasilisa Romanenko. I'm guessing it's Vasilisa Romanenko, but I'm sure my pronunciation is all wrong. I apologize. And then here we go. So, well, let me mute my phone, or else it's gonna just keep it beeping. Okay. It's the title page, and then for each page, actually I think I can zoom in a little bit. We will try. So yeah. There's a quote, and then a description of the tree and the different plants on the page. So for instance, this one says, memories of childhood were the dreams that stayed with you after you awoke. That's by Julian Barnes. There is a place inside, commingling dreams and memories, where swings still invite soaring to the stars. Magnolia trees, like this one here, welcome climbing into their majestic embrace to find purity, strength, and stability in recollection, but also perseverance and good fortune, branching out into the future. Lilies tickle bare legs at the flowers as the flowers take over even meticulously planned paths with their childlike energy and optimism. These are the lilies. And forget-me-nots bring back pinky promises. That's these little guys. Forget-me-nots. Bring back pinky promises and power of staying true and faithful to love. Nature invites some treading into the past to gather an everlasting bouquet of sweetness and goodness to bring into the now. So, I wonder if it says who the... I mean, that's obviously an author. I wonder if Vasilisa did the writing for this as well. Illustrations by Vasilisa, designed by Melissa Gerber. Editorial, okay, that's this. Editorial by Jennifer Light. Leight. 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 Okay, so that's this page. Magnolias, lilies, and forget-me-nots. And then on this page, I'm not going to read every page. I'll just tell you what's on the page. Over here, there's asters and cosmos. I think these are asters. And these are cosmos, but I'm not sure, actually. I need to look up all my flowers and see. And this one is bleeding hearts and camellia. These are bleeding hearts down here. These are camellia. It still is, but it's silenced. Do not disturb. Okay. Then on this page we have grape hyacinths. I'm sorry, I don't know why I could not say that right there. I had to think about it. Hyacinths, grape hyacinths, and anemone. I think these, you guys can correct me if you want in the comments. I think these are the grape hyacinths, and then these are the anemone. This is angelica clusters, poppies, delphiniums, columbines, dahlias, and larch. These are the columbine, I think. Dahlias are these big guys. Actually, these are the poppies. These must be the columbine here. It's sideways. And I don't know what larch or angelica clusters. These are angelica clusters. Though, angel wing these are the angel wing flowers, or whatever, queen's lace that you dip in water and dyed water and they dye colors. And then these must be the larch. This one has violets, buttercups, and bluebells. Violet graces. Oh no, it's just violet. Sorry, I was trying to read the sentence and it was a verb after there. Okay. These are very pretty and very unique, a unique way to learn your flowers with these scenes that are very, it's kind of like the flower year, but I feel like the flower year is just like a page of one kind of flower almost, most of the way through the book. There's one page every month that might have a group of flowers, it seems like, but it's mostly pages of the one flower and then one page with the flowers all together. This is salvia and jacaranda, or jacaranda probably. Gardenias. I like that one. That would be pretty. Lotus flowers. What's these down here? So pretty. Bleeding Heart. Those and the daffodils. This is a really pretty book. And I think I already ordered both the other two, and one must be. I ordered the older ones used, so my guess is it's still getting sent. I need to double check, but Mallow Flowers and Yarrow. I don't know which one's which. Couldn't tell you. These are daisies and larkspurs. Here's the larkspurs. And there's the daisies on that. Is there some down here? No, just up here and on here. Cute little tree house. Everybody have tree houses when they were young, if you lived where you could have one? Sweet William. These. And they actually tell you in these little things, some of them, some different colors and stuff to use in these little paragraphs. If you don't look up the flower to color it. These are Anthurium and Peace Lily. And this is Bee Balm. I wonder if that means you can use it as bee balm, or if it's you need to, like, it attracts bees or it deters bees, or I don't want to read it. I want it to be, a surprise for you. I like that. Those bulbs across there. This is eucalyptus, roses, and chamomile. Eucalyptus is this tall plant. This must be chamomile flowers. Queen Anne's lace. Okay, so maybe Queen Anne's lace and that other one isn't the same. Let's see, what do they look like different? The difference is these ones sprout. They all sprout from this one, though, doesn't look like it has these sepia or septal petals down here. What did we decide it was? Delphinium or Angelica clusters. These are Angelica clusters, and then Queen Anne's lace. The olive branches are the other things on this page. Freesia. Cornflowers. These here. Did you guys have gardens growing up, or gardens now? I had the most amazing garden, and I couldn't even, I was just learning everything whenever we moved, but my friend at work, Annette, she helped me not build it, but get a bunch of different flowers. I went around in the spring to they had flower cutting sales, so I'd go around and get all kinds of different flowers with her, and she'd help me decide which ones would work together. And then I'd plant them all in my garden, and it was gorgeous when I left. And I'm hoping it stayed gorgeous, but I have a feeling it did not. There's iris blooms and Solomon's seal. Did I say what was in? Cornflower and lilac is on this one. And then this one was iris and Solomon's seal. It's supposed to be Solomon's seal down here. And then wisteria. This one's morning glories, hyssop, and gardenias. previously colored page. Sunflowers. So sometimes I go in and I try to erase a little bit if I don't think I can work with what's there. And this is pencil, so I think I can probably erase some if I don't choose to just use it. Sometimes you can't because it's marker and you just gotta do what you gotta do with it. If it really upsets you, you can tear the page out or you can color it with acrylic. Paint over it with acrylic and redraw the design in, or paint over it with opaque gesso and redraw the design in. This ones are calla lilies. And this one is Gazania, California poppy, that's these. And pentas. Pentas? These must be Gazania. Apple tree and pansies. Pansies. Pansies are the little flowers in the cartoon Alice in Wonderland. And the violas. Excuse my little tea there. This is a dogwood tree. This is Protea and Lily of the Valley. And that's it, just those two. So this is the... Is that Lily of the Valley? That's not Lily of the Valley. That must be Protea. I don't know. And then... Well, I don't know. I just don't know enough about it to make an educated guess. Then we have carnations and heather flowers. These are carnations here, and the heather flowers must be those long ones. Cherry blossoms. These are nice because they're pages with flowers set with the background scene most of the time. Like this one doesn't have a full huge background scene, but it still has a page purpose that draws it all together. I like that. You don't have to think about what to do in the back to make it look cohesive. Fuchsia flower and forget-me-nots. These are fuchsia. And these are the forget-me-nots here. And we have lilacs and peonies. These are the peonies out here. And those are the lilacs. Stems of a lilac bush. Much. Orchid. These. And ferns. These here. And these are all ferns. Cyclamens. These. Did you know ferns were like one of the first plants? Like first terrestrial plants? We have zinnia and tiger lilies and eucalyptus. There's the tiger lilies, and the eucalyptus we decided was these tall things. So these are zinnia. That makes sense. That looks like zinnia to me. If I remember anything. And this is bird of paradise. Those are cool. You know, Frugal Crafter. Frugal Crafter, Lindsay Wyrick on YouTube. She does a marker review tutorial kind of thing. I think it was Lindsay, where she drew or colored a bird of paradise, and it is gorgeous. It's an alcohol marker tutorial. Should look that one up. That one was fun, and it taught you a lot about mixing colors, alcohol markers together. More from an artistic point of view than a coloring point of view. This is tulips and periwinkle. So this is the periwinkle up here. And ivy. We have marigolds and rosemary and alyssum. Alyssum. So the way alyssum is spelled, it's almost like asylum with the L's in the Y in the middle, flip-flopped around it. So I wonder if it's alysum instead. That there'd be two L's instead, I think. Lavender and foxglove. If you did not know, foxglove is poisonous to animals, to dogs and cats, both, and they like to eat it. So definitely keep it behind a little garden fence or something so that they're not drawn to it just to take a nibble. There's hellebores, these big flowers, and then clover down here. Isn't that cute? Like, that's just such a pretty scene with a little garden ball to color. I really like this. Hyacinths. That's these, I think. And then rue. That must be these little ones down here are rue. These little ones that are just not really a cluster together, not a big cluster. And then these ones are jasmine. Jasmine and champagne. There, you can just color this page and set it up like on the counter and just leave it there for a couple days before Valentine's Day. Like, here, get an idea. Or before your birthday. Or hydrangea. Did you know if you put copper pennies in the soil around your hydrangea, you'll get blue and purpley colored hydrangeas? If you have white ones, they'll turn blue, purple. And this is the mountain laurel. That is an all too familiar scene here in Colorado, that path. Going out into the middle of nowhere, and you're like, where am I walking to? Where? Sweet pea and morning glories. So this is the peas. These are the peas down here, I think. And then these are the morning glories. They look like petunias. Well, but they're really not. They're morning glories, I think. And then amaryllis. They're very interesting. They have this big one long stalk, and then they grow their flowers out from the top of it. They're cool. My grandma we used to always get one for my grandma around Christmas time. And you can keep them, and they can grow year round. And my grandma did. She kept them a long time. Until somehow they didn't make it anymore. But they tend to be a Christmas gift, which is why there's snow in the back, I guess. Anyways, that is Floriographic Secret Garden. That was spectacular. Once I get the other two books, or other books, I will do flip-throughs of those. And I have all my Mythagorias, so I'll start doing flips of all my Mythagorias now. And I have all my Mythographics, so I will also start doing flips of all my Mythographics. So then we'll start it, when we do those, we will start into my collection series, where I'm going to do a flip of all my books and show you. I don't have a lot of finished pages to show you. I mean, you'll see other people's finished pages or scribbled whips from buying used books. But other than that, because I'm new, I haven't started coloring. I haven't colored in every book yet, and I definitely have not colored in even a percentage of my books. So, but I love collecting books. I love the feel of books. And I love books that I don't have to read with my hands. Books that I don't have to hold like this are my favorite kind of books. Like coffee table books that I can look at and go to the next page and look and go to the next page. Those are my favorite kind. And if I'm going to read it, I read it on Kindle or on ebooks, because holding the pages open with my hands hurt for one reason or another. However, I do buy a few books, but I did just buy this one because at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a coloring book. It is a coloring book, The Coloring Crook, but it's not a coloring book. It's a mystery, a pen and ink mystery novel, so I'm going to have to look up that series, but the cover is a colorable cover. So that's cool. So while I'm reading it, I will color the cover. And this one is The Coloring Crook by Krista Davis. And it was written... Color Me Murder is another one by Krista Davis. I'll have to find that one too. This is older, I feel like, so you might find even more. Kensington Books. And this one is in 2018. So there could be several more of those out there. I just have no idea. But thank you so much for joining me on this Floriographic lip. And I will be very shortly, you will be seeing my December pages and my first January plans. So I will talk to you later. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing, and please always like the video if anything in it you enjoyed. It does help my channel when you do that, and when you also share with your friends that you might think enjoy. Have a great 2025, and I will see you next time. Bye.